Hello, you're listening to Creative Differences. This is a radio show with Marquette University, sponsored, loved, beholden. The very best radio show that this studio can offer, has offered, will ever offer. Tonight, I'm here, your host, DJ Marsh. I'm joined tonight by
Stacy.
I'm Chad.
The old Taylor Swift.
I'm Steven.
Okay. So Chad, what are we doing tonight?
Tonight we're playing a little game called Matchsticks.
Oh, is that the one where you get on the ground, everyone takes their shoes off and just hits them real hard?
No. That's the other one. Matchsticks is the one where you pretend to be an elf.
Oh.
The first one's not great for radio, but
Okay. Well, I beg to differ. So yeah. What are the names of the characters that you'll be playing in Matchsticks tonight, going down the semicircle?
cool. Yeah. So
Into the microphone, please.
I'll be Chucky and Lenny.
All right.
I'll be Borgan, the
Ooh.
green dragon.
Wow.
Bert and Ernie.
All right.
I'll be Imara, the Zhentarim thug, and Roam, the Zhentarim enforcer.
God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, I already forgot your. Oh, Borgan.
Borgan.
What's a green dragon doing all with these grubby little humans?
Well, I need to evacuate my old lair.
Into the microphone. Evacuate into the
I
microphone.
have to
please.
evacuate my old lair. Why do I have to evacuate my old lair?
It's just why? Why?
I don't know. It's not my world. It's not safe.
It's not safe.
There's some-
sun's gone.
Okay, so the sun is gone. Just making sure. The sun's gone. The sun went out. There's lots of evil elves roaming
Spookiness.
around.
Are we underground or above ground?
Above ground.
Yeah. And so yeah, I gotta evacuate the western part of the world where there's lots of evil drow rampaging around, and head to the eastern part where there's less evil drow rampaging around.
Why are they rampaging?
Why are they?
Yeah, because evil goddess resurrection, murder,
Typical
hoboing,
Tuesday.
etc.
Yeah. Loyal listeners will have a fun little kind of kickback there because you'll remember from the previous campaign. This is the same setting. Wow, what a fun thing that we're doing tonight.
Wow.
You should call in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Owen Wilson, right here in the studio.
Have you seen the thing with like Star Wars? And it's,
But it
every
has, like,
time
the-
the lightsaber goes, it's Owen Wilson saying, "Wow."
Wow. These Jedi. Wow, man.
It's very. I did see that video and it's very good. And any, if you want to just change one of these characters to Owen Wilson, that's completely valid.
Or Luke Wilson.
You're very nearly there. One of them is named Rowan,
less
so you can just call him
Ooh.
Rowan Wilson.
Rowan Wilson?
Rowan
Okay,
Wilson,
that is
yeah.
now canon. Rowan Wilson.
Rowan Wilson. Okay,
Very
great.
good. Stacy hit on a very important point a few moments ago, though. If you would like to call into our show, feel free to do so at any time. You can reach us at 414-288-7687. That number again is 414-288-7687. Yeah, you can call in whenever you want. But we're going to get right into the game. So, the 6 of you have been contacted by Borgan and you have made the trek to his enclave in the Star Mountains within the High Forest. And it's just a lot of gobbledygook right there. Just a lot of fantasy jargon. What does any of this mean? Where are you people? What's going on right now?
Can we just say that there's a lot of evil elves rampaging around?
Yeah, it's pretty spooky.
Yeah.
It's so spooky that you're in the middle of the woods.
Whoa.
It's dark. It's quiet. Except it's not very quiet because there's the sound of loosed arrows flinging all across. Chunk, chunk, chunk. Additionally, you hear the clash of sword on metal as... Yep, that's some good Foley work right there. As Rowan Wilson, his armor gets pierced by an arrow. Probably. No, it does. It definitely does not get pierced by an arrow.
Barely misses.
Bounces off. and hit.
So-
Wow,
the attack.
wow, my armor. Thank God I came in with armor.
So the 6 of you are currently escorting a caravan of 5 wagons, full to the brim with different gold and treasure and magical items and whatnot.
Probably a few slaves too, honestly. I'm reading the Dungeon Master's Guide, and apparently they like to keep a lot of slaves. So
Well, let's keep it PG. So,
okay, fine, no slaves.
this isn't the South. So what we're gonna do now is just kind of start this right in the midst of combat. You are circling overhead, and there are about 8 drow kind of encircling you. However, one of them tried to shoot you, Rowan, with a little kind of hand crossbow, and he just done real goofed up on it. Fell right out of his tree and snapped his dang neck right on the ground. Just a real silly goof him up, if you ask me.
That is one dead drow.
So that's one of them dead. You guys are already doing really well.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We're just
All
into
right.
We actually even the odds. Now it's 7 on 7.
good.
Very good. Very good. So
Do you
now,
need this? Do you need this?
no,
Okay.
no, not at all. Let's roll a thing called initiative.
Whoa.
What you do there is you take the one with 20 sides, but not 21 sides, and you roll it.
You add dex to that, right?
Yeah. I got an
19.
Ocho.
I got 18, which is Ocho plus DS. DS?
DS.
21 for me.
D8s.
Ah.
It's so
Matchsticks
topical because we're
joke.
playing matchsticks right now.
I got
Wow.
15. Wow, I got 15.
All right, so I believe you, old Taylor Swift, got
Yes.
the highest roll
I
with,
did.
with a 19.
I did.
So you can go first. What do you want to do? What's the
I
plan?
want to do is a shield bash.
Into the microphone.
I would like to do a shield bash.
All right, all
yeah.
right.
Are there drow that are right near us? Or are they in the
Yes,
trees?
there is one currently just getting
Ready to
right up in your
pounce?
face.
Okay, I'm gonna shield bash the crap out of that thing. I'm
Ellie?
sorry, I'm trying so hard.
Ellie, I was
Yeah.
joking about it because I don't think I remember hearing you swear all of last year.
No, never.
And now you just dang gung done a swear word now.
Sorry.
Well, gee willikers.
Okay, so shield bash. What do I have to roll?
The one that's got 20 sides but not 21 sides.
Okay.
21.
It's like a fun beach ball.
Do I add anything to it?
Yes, next to shield bash there should be a plus to hit.
Oh, that'll be 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a very good roll, and with that
It
you
is.
just run up to this evil spooky boy and just give him a real chunk on the face.
Nice, nice. I take pleasure in it too.
That's your own business.
I'm a very angry enforcer.
Okay. So roll me the appropriate damage.
It's 2D.
2D. Thank you.
Wow.
2, 4, 6.
Whoa.
Plus 4. So 10.
10.
damage.
That's a couple of them.
Oh, I got multiple?
No, that's a couple of the damages.
Of damages.
Well,
okay.
you do get multiple attacks.
I
You get-
believe. Does the drow then have to make a strength saving
Yes,
throw?
they make a strength
they
saving
do.
throw. We'll be knocked
Mm.
prone.
Oh, what was the save?
15.
And this guy that you just assaulted
Yeah.
has
Violently.
fallen flat face right into the ground, just muck getting all over in his hair, and it's just no good.
Okay.
It's no good anymore. Who's going next?
I laugh in the drow's
She gets 3
face.
attacks. Don't forget.
What?
I
Yeah.
I get 3.
3 melee
Continue.
attacks.
3 more, so I roll again.
And you get advantage on these ones because the dude is prone.
Are you continuing with your shield?
The 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so just go ahead and attack again then. Probably with your cattle prod.
Okay.
2d6 plus 2.
2d6. Six, not 9. Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
6, 7.
9.
9. That would be 9.
Alrighty. And what was this that you were doing? Another.
Cattle prod.
Ooh. I believe that person needs to make a save against that as well.
Okay.
What is it?
PC 14.
So yeah, you then shock him real good
Okay.
in the muck, just tased out of his
Misery.
bazingas.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
So how much extra does that do? I think a D8.
Plus 4.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
4 D8.
1d8
1d8
plus
plus
4.
4.
Oh.
So 5.
Oh, 5. Not a great roll.
So yeah, you just rush up to. Oh, you get another attack still, I believe,
do?
right? You get 3.
3. You have 3 melee attacks or 2 ranged attacks.
Okay.
You
Let's do a crossbow for variety.
sure.
Okay. 1d10.
All right. Well, you do have to hit first.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
You should be.
I know.
Mm.
Plus, do I add anything?
Yeah, next to crossbow, it'll say plus to hit.
Plus, so 9.
So
Not
you
this
got
time.
you got your big guy. What's his name?
Ernie.
Ernie just rushing up, slamming him with his big shield, tasing him, and just viciously mocking him in the muck.
Oh yeah.
And then Bert over here is just like fumbling with his crossbow. Oh geez, oh golly.
Yeah.
Can we get some of that? Can we get some of that hot off the presses? Some of that just
Oh,
incompetent.
no, I'm gonna stab myself. Oh, no, I give up. This isn't working.
Yeah, it did not work at all. You
not.
pull the trigger and it just misses by a country mile.
Ugh.
A country mile.
Country mile.
Ernie should have never entrusted Bert with that.
Never, ever. I believe Stacy, you'll be going next.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do 3 melee attacks.
Into the microphone.
I'm gonna do 3 melee attacks.
Excellent. Do them, please.
Oh,
Crit
well
20.
done.
For all
Wow.
20.
So what happens when that is, it means it's very good and it does a lot. So what was the attack you were doing?
Shield bash.
All right, so roll the damage for that.
It's 2d4.
Wow, 7.
7 plus
4.
That's
11
11. And then since it's a 20, you're going to just double that by 2. So that's 22 damages you do to one of these other dirty drow.
holla.
And this one wasn't even dirty from the muck. He's just dirty because of how he was born.
Shout out to his mother.
Is he dead or is he alive?
Still alive. Still peeking up, still gurgling in that muck.
Go ahead and make one of them
Shockingly.
cattle prods.
This is a different one, I'm assuming, though, however, from the one that...
I would imagine.
Wow.
14?
14.
That's another gung hit.
Nice. And I
Okay,
get
cool.
2d6s.
Wow.
8.
Ooh.
All right. 8 damage. Wow. It's just very
Mighty
good.
impressive.
Oh, and he's got to make the Constitution saving throw.
Got a
So we got
16.
it.
Ooh.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Then one more.
Yep.
It's an 11.
11.
It's just not good enough on that one. Sorry.
Shame.
One of these dang drow now are going to try to approach from above, jumping down out of the trees. Bert, this incompetent whelp.
Yes.
And with a 12 plus 3.
Yeah. He's
That gong hit.
Oh.
So just kind of jumping out of the tree, you see this blonde-haired, charcoal-skinned,
Okay.
just literally you close your eyes and open your eyes and you just cannot tell the difference. These drow elves are just very, very mean people.
Yeah. So did they knock Bert out? Is Bert knocked
Oh,
out?
what's gonna happen is they're gonna drop down. Oh, dang it! Alrighty. And that's gonna be 6 damage to Bert.
Okay.
So just right where it says the place that is, you just -6.
Okay.
All right. Another one now is gonna try and hit Rohan.
Rowan.
Rowan, dang it.
It's Rowan Wilson.
Rowan Wilson. That's a Rowan Wilson is absolutely unscathed.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. From across the way on this grassy knoll, the drow takes aim with his crossbow and just Rowan Wilson wows out of the way and everyone is stunned. Now, Which one of you got the higher roll for initiative?
Pretty sure that he did.
All right, so you may go.
I
now.
got 15. 15.
Yeah,
Okay.
he beat me.
So you can do what you like.
Okay. Mara uses the heavy crossbow. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a 20-sided one, roll it. Ooh, that's a very good roll, and I believe you add +2, which is gonna be enough. So now the heavy crossbow, you're gonna roll a 10-sided die. So one that looks like that. 3 plus what now?
Is that to hits or?
3 + 0.
3 damage to the drow, and it's very good to see it happen. All right, so what else would you like to do?
I attack with my mace.
All right, do it. Roll the 20-sided die.
7.
That one's not quite as good. You rush up to one of these drow and try to just swing, and it's just a nice, pleasant whiff in the air. Just ungood all overall. And I think you got one more in the tank.
For Amara. Amara only gets 2 attacks. Rowan gets 3 though.
All right.
Okay, so then I'll do the shield bash for Rowan.
All right. Let's see it. Yes.
9.
Is it plus?
Yeah, it's a 16 total.
Wow. Rowan is just going to hurt this elven person here. So roll the 2d4 damage. So the 2 ones with the triangles.
Oh, I rolled 2 of them. Okay.
Yes. And then add 4.
I don't know which one.
2 plus 1.
Okay, so then I.
So that's 3 plus 4 is 7 damage.
7 damage.
All right. Very good work here. And then the person's does indeed get just flopped right down into the mossy ground.
Wow.
So that means the person is prone in front of you, and any other attacks you make on it, you'll have an advantage to do so.
I'll take shield bash.
All right, you're just going real good, like riot police on this guy, just like putting the shield on the ground, just stepping on it.
I want to end with the castle prod.
All right. Yeah, get that. Roll me another for the shield bash.
12.
That's gonna hit with your modifier. So now roll the same dice.
6.
Those 2, yes. Wow, almost all of them.
I got a 4 and a 3, and then the +4, that's 11.
Wow. Very good. And you got one more in the tank, I believe.
Yeah, and then I'll use the castle prod.
All right.
14.
All right, with a 14.
I almost got the 20. It literally was on and then it flipped over.
That's Chance for you.
That Chance the Rapper on the show.
Yeah.
Big friend of the show.
It's our live studio audience member.
But Chance spelled with a Y.
Same person.
Yeah. So that's gonna hit because I believe you have +7 to that. So roll me the damage. It's 2d6.
Okay. 6 and a 3.
Ooh, very good, very good. And then they gotta make a Constitution saving throw against it, and he just does not. So you're gonna roll a d8. It's this one.
5.
And you lower down your shocking prod. So basically, you've run up to him, bashed him into the ground, and he tries to stand up. You bash him one more time, pull out of your sheath a cattle prod, and just shock him right into the neck. And he just falls over completely unconscious, out of the races.
Are you not entertained? Wow.
Wow. It's a very, very chill way to show someone that you've defeated them.
Owen Wilson can't talk louder than that.
I'm pretty sure it's actually a law.
In the Constitution, for sure.
Yeah.
Ben Franklin thought that Thomas Jefferson was drunk when he proposed that amendment, but he said, "Trust me, it'll make sense one day."
It'll be very important to the security of this nation. Furthermore, I believe our dragon scaly boy now.
Cool. How many can I hit with the poison breath?
A few of them, like 5 or 2 or 5 or 1.
Okay, well, I'll just attack
should
him
we
with the
duck
poison breath, and however many of them it hits, I'll leave that up to you.
Should we duck so we're not hit with friendly fire?
That would be good.
Okay.
So if you can roll
Oh,
dexterity.
well, if we're worrying about dexterity saves for everybody, then I'm assuming I just hit all of them. I was saying without hurting my friends, but if they don't even, they don't care. If they're
rolling
willing to
dice
take-
is fun.
They're willing to
15.
take 6d6 damage
20.
at best.
8.
All right, all of them but Ivara, what's Imara. Are pretty much gonna be fine. So roll your damage.
Okay. Let me just gather up some d6s real quick. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
How did you get this?
9, 10, 11, 12.
That's a couple of them.
That's
bit
not a
more.
small number.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. That's 18,
Into
20,
the microphone, please.
25. Let's see.
Creative
25,
differences where we count.
30,
Basic edition.
33, 39, 41, 45. That's 48 damage.
So what kind of harm are you doing to these people?
That would be a big old poisonous cloud coming from my mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
So I'm pretty much just swooping right on over and just blah as I fly over them.
Yeah, so this happens, and just a bunch of these drow just drop like flies, and it's no good. The ones in the muck already do not rise from the muck; they stay there for eternity.
They don't rise them up.
Fabulous.
Ah,
Well done.
excellent. And at this point, the rest of all the drow flee in terror of your draconic might.
Yeah, they do.
This is where,
Helped.
yeah,
Well,
that's very good too.
Says Bert, not Ernie.
Mm-hmm.
Ernie doesn't believe in moral victories.
So you've all just won the battle. What do you do?
I tell these losers to get back on the road.
Tell them.
Okay. All right, get back on the road. We have little time, so get my gold to where I paid you to take it. All right. Good. And then I'll fly off.
I think you think you have something to say about that. You very good radio. Dead silence. Excellent.
I was trying to think of something witty, and then it was just nothing.
But you just weren't able to.
No, I wasn't.
All right.
The most iconic dragons of cinema: Smog, Dragonheart. This guy.
Borgan.
Borgan.
Or
Iconic, we forgot his name.
Zack and Wheezy.
Among
Oh yeah.
Good choice. Oh.
among
I was
your
always an org fan. What was his name? The blue one? Org?
Yeah, the one
org,
called
yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Cassie was a little, like,
I always thought they were pregnant.
I'm not going to swear. I
Careful.
stopped myself.
Yeah.
She's a lovely lady.
well, you don't have to lie.
For the,
All right.
No, the worst was when they brought in the cousin.
There's a
Do you remember
cousin.
that?
Why are we
the
talking
cousin
about
was, like,
Dragon
Cousin
Tales?
Oliver of Dragon
Yeah, he
Tales.
was he was literally a cousin
important.
from Mexico, I remember, or something like that.
Oh.
You
He's
know what?
talk
He was
with
a dreamer.
Who was it?
Yeah.
he was a dreamer. Yeah.
He was.
He wasn't the only one.
John Lennon. All right.
Nope.
So now, you have all, Borgan, among the vast treasure in these 5 wagons
Mhm.
that you've got,
Mm-hmm.
what is an organ among them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Borgan's organ.
Very good.
That's actually where I got my name from. They
What's
named me
the
Borgan
function
after
of
I
this
stole
organ?
Organ.
What organ?
To play
Oh, is it the musical
like a
instrument?
musical.
Oh,
instrument.
okay. I thought it
Okay,
was
that's not what I
a
was
vital.
I thought it was like
Okay,
a heart
good to
in
know.
like
Yeah.
a jar.
Yeah,
No.
same. Good to know.
I thought he said Oregon for a second.
The entire state of Oregon.
You are trying to go to Oregon, I believe, right?
Oregon.
Yeah, we're on the trail.
Let's
Excellent.
hope we don't die from dysentery.
You might.
Right?
You always die from dysentery unless you play the remake.
Yeah.
Bert's definitely gonna go like that.
Everyone except Borg roll me a Constitution check. See if you get dysentery.
Oh my.
No. Well. Wait, do we
Oh, no,
any
7. I
mods
thought
for
it was
this?
a natural.
Constitution.
Oh, 16
10
plus.
plus 2.
All right.
10.
All right. Stacy, pick your least favorite of these characters.
Okay. Goodbye, Chucky.
Yeah, Chucky doesn't make it. Everyone's having a real good time,
This was a quick death.
patting themselves on the back, talking about how we just slayed all these muck drow. And it's like, hey, where's Chucky? Oh, he's killed over, dying. Any?
5 minutes have passed.
Oh yeah, it's yeah.
Oh my god. This
Like
is
in the amount
amazing.
of time
I
it took.
appreciate you laughing.
Does Chucky have any last words other than just it hurts?
Oof, ouch.
Sorry.
Into the microphone, please.
He
It
says-
better be very good. It's high stakes.
Oh my god.
This character will never come back again. He's dying, so it's important.
I'm sorry. He says, I'm sorry. And the treasure is hidden, and then.
Cut to black.
Under a
Black.
big W.
No. No, he's already dead.
No, he just says the treasure is hidden and dies.
and dies.
Wow. Are you just gonna leave his body there? Bury the body? What's the plan?
No, I take
If
the
you guys
body.
don't do anything, oh, you're gonna take the body.
I'm gonna
okay.
take the body. I'm gonna
Like a little
taxidermy.
keepsake.
Yeah.
Wait, can we steal
Did you say
Did-
taxidermy?
Oh, okay.
We're gonna have a puppet Chucky, almost like a doll.
Oh,
There we
that'll
go.
be fun.
Does Chucky have any belongings or valuables on him?
A pocket
Yes,
watch.
but much of it is covered in feces.
Oh my god.
Not worth it. Thank you for the information.
Imara takes the pocket watch.
All right.
All right. For
it-
13 years, he
He
had
had
this
it-
pocket
yeah.
watch.
And he hit it up his butt. We can't say what you're gonna say on the radio. I'm watching you.
Hey.
I'm walking you.
Ooh. Wow.
So are there any final words at the eulogy for Chucky?
Let's go.
You're holding the group back.
Wow.
Wow, he lived quite a life.
He lived as he died,
In pain.
in horrible pain.
He died doing what he loved.
And
Is severely dehydrated. He was always a big fan of soda. Yeah. So with no tears shed, except for the ones that Chucky shed, the 6 of you now,
Well, 7.
-1. Chucky's. Oh, you're
Chucky's
bringing.
with us.
Chucky's
Yeah.
here, just not present.
He's here in spirit.
Explicitly, the only part of him not here is his spirit. I will correct you there.
If the soul separates from the body. Fado.
Yeah, maybe it's like that episode of Doctor Who. We remain conscious even when we die, just unable to move.
Well, so you see, both of those things you're talking about are slanderous lies, and I won't have any of it on this show. The soul has been shorn from the corpse, and you are just carrying around this flesh puppet, if you will.
if you dig into his head a little bit, you will find that the pituitary
Flesh
gland
puppet.
is gone.
Name of my-
There is no more pituitary gland.
It's just been consumed up to heaven. His gentle soul, never
Isn't
meant
that
for
where
this
Descartes
cruel
said
world.
the soul was, right? The pituitary gland?
Who said that?
Descartes, I think.
Oh my god.
Somebody said that the soul was in the pituitary gland.
Sounds like a.
Some gland in the brain, I think. It's not
Okay.
particularly
I think
important.
that's like the crux of
Adrenal?
Borgan is an amateur biologist, which pretty much just
Okay.
means he, carves up dead creatures and takes a look inside.
He's a curious fella.
He's a young growing dragon. He hasn't found his true calling in life other than finding and hoarding gold.
All right. So along the road, a couple days later, all of you find a band of travelers. They're all kind of wearing big robes and got stuff all slung over themselves, and they're all very tall and very muscular and very beefy, and they all got big jaws and like teeth sticking out of them, and you recognize them as orcs.
I would. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Friendly
Accurate
neighborhood orcs.
description.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just kind of like land right in front of them and say, "What you got there?"
Whump. Roll intimidation?
Sure. Does he get any
I don't know.
deception? Actually, oh, I rolled an 18 though. Plus my charisma, which is +2, so 20 total.
So yeah, you come down with a large kerwumph, and these 12 orcs turn to look at you, and they say, "Hey, what's the big idea?
What you got there?
We've just we got ourselves, we got our belongings here, we got our families, we're on the run."
But like, what's in there? Is it anything good? Anything I'd like?
I got an inhaler.
The well-known Jewish orcs.
Oh,
Ooh, just made that assumption. Hey, like their last names are Goldstein, but like you don't get to make that assumption. It's current year.
it's great.
2017, year of the Pepe.
Oh, so yeah, you do notice that he's got a nice big velvet bag that he's holding, and it's got the Goldstein crest on it, and it's got just a bunch of inhalers in there.
I like inspect it. I like just like put a claw in there and just like take one out and just be like, are these valuable?
I need them to live. They're really important to me.
Well, that's not what I asked. Are they valuable?
Well, I didn't have to pay anything for them.
Somebody?
Probably.
Like
Oh, okay. Well, they're mine now. Thanks.
I don't. Hey, you six. Can you ask him to give me my inhalers back?
Hey, dragon.
His name's
Yes.
Borgan.
Borgak.
I'm not going to do that. They're mine.
I respectfully refuse to ask the dragon.
You're smart,
Awesome.
Rowan Wilson. I'll remember you.
Yay. Wow.
At this point, the other orcs just kind of shuffle to hide whatever's in their hands, just kind of behind their silhouettes. And this guy's gonna make a Constitution check, and he indeed does just start having a bit of an asthma attack.
Give him back his inhaler. Come on.
You can have one.
I need them all. I'll die without
And
him.
I'll just like drop one on his, retching body.
He's just completely strewn across this rock here that he's standing on, and tries crawling over to it. Reaches out an arm to put it in his mouth, too weak to lift it up. His loving daughter rushes over. She says, "You beastly dragon." She picks up the inhaler, shoves it in his mouth, and it just ain't good enough. He dies.
Right in front of the kid.
Nice.
How dare you?
All right, I'm gonna
Said Bert.
grab one of these inhalers and like inhale a little bit, like
Yeah.
just like do the same thing. Do I experience anything?
They're empty.
Oh,
But by empty, I mean very, very full of a fun solution that aerosolates into your mouth. And roll a Constitution check.
I am a dragon. Got a 16.
It does nothing for you.
Well, there's something. I'll just like stick him on one of the carts.
At this point, the orc daughter's gonna look up at you and say, "You're a real bad. You're a bad beastly person, and I don't appreciate you coming through here in these parts."
Yeah, well, are we still in the high forest?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the elves didn't appreciate you coming in here either, so... you know,
Hey, we didn't start that.
whatever.
You thinks you can just come through here and try to harm us, and then she just lunges a harpoon right at your throat.
Thinking orcs.
And she also has a bit of an asthma attack, and just kind of starts like coughing up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat her, cause like, she tried to attack me. Like the other guy, like he wasn't doing anything, but like she tried to kill me.
Yeah, roll to bite.
Okay. It's gonna be a 20.
Yeah, you just kind of crunch. Like you ever seen Jurassic Park?
Yeah, I have.
You know the lawyer?
Yes,
The
I'm
original.
familiar with that scene.
Yeah, you kind of lawyer her.
Good.
And by that I mean you don't take her to court. I mean you eat her, but only the top half.
Okay. Well.
And
The
but
best part, it's like muffins.
Mm-hmm.
Is she wearing a dress or pants?
she's an orc. So what do you think?
I am not an expert on
she's wearing
orc culture.
the skins and the tapestries of her fallen foes.
Mara decides to wear the skin and stuff that she leaves behind.
They are fashioned into. Oh,
That's mine.
Ooh, how savage.
I'm just gonna kind of like take it and put it in my hoard. Or anything else? Come on, I don't have all day.
Do you want their corpses?
Are they all dead?
The rest of them die of fear.
And
no, I don't.
and
care
suffered
about,
a
fatal heart attack.
yeah. No, I don't care about their corpses. I just want to see if they have any valuables on them.
Yeah, they were all hiding stuff.
Roll investigation.
Is that a 20 side?
General perception
Yes.
instead.
Nope.
Oh well, I only got a
14.
10 then.
I got 12.
We divide and conquer the dead corpses.
Would you?
14.
Would you get, Stacy?
I got 8. Do I add anything?
No. With the 14,
Mm-hmm.
you do kind of just barely notice one of them's got a nice big pouch filled with a sizable chunk of gold.
Oh, gold.
Oh,
Any-
gold.
Can currency be cursed in this world?
Most certainly.
Okay.
We have encountered
Um.
some cursed currency in the past.
Okay. Can I roll?
Insight to try and
Insight.
figure out if it is cursed?
Yeah. Do I add anything?
If you got an insight, do that. Otherwise, wisdom.
11.
All right. It seems all right.
Okay.
Roll me a perception check, Borgan.
Yeah. I'd like second.
Okay, I got
Second pair
plus
of
7
eyes
to
on
this. I got a 22.
With a 22, what's going to happen here is you definitely notice Bert crouching over one of these orcs, and you hear kertinkling as
Bert
he's
would go for
examining
cursed gold.
something.
Oh, thank you. And I'll just kind of like reach over to Bert and grab the gold. And like open it up. How much does it look like is in there?
Bert, you fine with this?
Will you give me some or halfsies? Will we go halfsies?
That's funny. I'll take out 2 pieces of gold and drop them in a bird's cell.
Oh, well,
Bert is okay with that.
well, there were
Bert
only
is
2 pieces
thankful
of
to
gold.
dig
So
it out.
ah,
Were?
gotcha. No.
Okay.
There were about 50 some odd pieces in there.
Okay, I'm fine with giving away 2 of those.
And
then.
you just toss them
okay
right
with
into your pile?
What else am I going to do with them?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Do we have a grand total of gold after this discovery?
2.
After this discovery, you've got, including the hoard, lots.
Good to know.
Many
Many
goldses. All right. So, real quick, Steven, what time does your show start?
10:30.
Okay, so they moved you up to... Did they just recently move you to this spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your show?
It's Beyond the Markoplex. I give movie reviews and talk about films.
Ooh.
What films are you talking about today?
Right, right now I'm talking about It. So
Oh, that's relevant and popular.
that's one of the reasons I only really got the show, knowledge that I got the show today, so I had to write an episode quick, and I saw It last week, so
How was it?
Did you see the miniseries?
yeah. Yeah, I've seen. The miniseries is actually one of my mom's favorite things ever, so I've seen it a couple of times. The movie is pretty good. There are some things that you can't replace, like obviously you can't replace Tim Curry. He is the timmest man to ever curry.
I want a cheese, a pizza.
Do you have Prince Albert in a can? Why don't you let him out?
Good stuff. Good stuff. Tim
Quote,
Curry.
quote from Rocky Horror. Quote from Muppet Treasure Island. Those are the two other movies that I know that he's
Okay.
been in.
Okay, it's been a while
He's
since I've
also in
seen.
a Home Alone 2.
Oh, he was
Something
in Home
the
Alone
Oath.
2.
So
Have a
Yeah.
lovely day.
Yeah. Our president was also in Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost in New York.
I will see you tremor, shiver with anticipation.
Oh my! It gets me every time. Real quick though, something since you are the on-site movie expert, why do you think it is that Home Alone 2: Lost in New York only has like a Rotten Tomato score of like 26%? That's abysmally low.
Well, to be honest, the first one wasn't actually that critically loved. Right now, I think right now it's only at a 56%.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know what it is. Maybe a bunch. You have a question there?
I have an opinion on why it's lower.
Why?
Okay, why?
Well, the first movie had a very interesting concept, and when you try to repeat it again, it just gets unnecessary.
No, but this time it was in New York.
I don't think that was good enough to sell the audience again. But.
Look, the thing is, like, they kind of really played up Kevin's borderline sociopathic behavior in the second one. I heard a rumor that John Hughes said if he wanted to make a third one, he would make Kevin the villain, which I would see. I mean, I would see a horror movie starring Kevin as like a Jigsaw antagonist, but I don't know. Like most critics, from what I've heard, thought it was too much of a retread to justify existing. I know nowadays that seems kind of laughable with how many sequels are out now, but I don't know.
Well, it's just another case of baby boomers ruining the movie industry.
Exactly.
Just kind of like on the topic of Home Alone spin-offs. You know what Home Alone remake I would want to see today? Like if
What?
we got like that Olympus Has Fallen, White House Down, but like
Wait, which of those two movies do you like better?
I only saw one of them, and you
Which-
can guess which.
Is it Olympus?
You can guess. I saw the one that was very, very good.
Which
I
one was
like-
which was the one with Gerard Butler?
The worst one.
Doesn't one have Channing Tatum?
Yes, White House Down, the better one.
You thought that movie
I
was
loved
good?
White House Down.
Oh my
That
goodness!
was so good.
I'm not a fan of Roland Emmerich, even Independence Day.
is one of the worst directors of all time.
So
Unironically, I genuinely believe that.
But
I've seen a lot of the MST3K movies, so I'm gonna have to disagree with that statement. But yeah, he is not I am not a fan of Emmerich.
But the thing that I want to see is like, imagine like the terrorists are trying to like breach the White House, but who's there? Who's there?
Kevin's the president,
Kevin's the president.
and he turns the tables against them.
And the wet / sticky bandits and Kevin need to team up to get rid of the terrorists and protect the White House and the president. And it would be the ultimate conclusion to that narrative universe.
I would see it.
Beautiful.
It's more fun probably than either of the two we mentioned before. So.
And also just give Macaulay Culkin some work. He needs it.
He really needs some work.
Joe Pesci's dead, right?
Yeah.
No,
man.
no,
Wait,
Joe
no, he's
Pesci's
not.
still alive.
Oh, the other one dead?
Oh yeah, he's doing.
No,
yeah,
Daniel
Pesci's alive.
Daniel Stern is still alive.
Are
I
they
think.
all alive? We can make this
Yeah,
movie.
we
It's
can.
possible.
Does anyone have their if you have their number, please call in to Market Radio. We would like to make this movie for $5.
And the film will and the last terrorist that Kevin will kill. Kevin will go like, "Keep the change, you filthy animal."
And then it cuts to white.
He's 74, Joe Pesci. So.
Oh,
Ooh.
he was older than
Before I
that.
can
So
kick
he's good presidential age, is what you're telling me.
Yes, yes.
Joe Pesci, the president, and he needs to be
Anything
protected.
can happen.
Lord.
I think we all know that.
I really just want to see someone's rendition of like that sort of the Home Alone expanded universe. That would be very good. And that has been the middle of the radio show. Back to our fellow travelers. Ye have journeyed another month or so through thick forest and now into open plains. And the first snowfall of this ever-present night has started coming down. And you were more so kind of dressed for midsummer, early fall gear. How do you want to try to prepare?
Are there any like trading posts nearby?
Not any that haven't been completely ransacked.
Are there buffalo?
Yes.
Oh, good.
There's one buffalo you can see, 400 feet up on in this plain. Do you try to stalk it?
I don't know. I feel really conflicted morally.
How fast are buffalo?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
I'm gonna fly to the buffalo. I have a fly speed of 80 feet.
That's very fast.
Yeah.
What did the dad buffalo say to him when he went off to college?
Buffalo, 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 buffalo.
Close. He said, "Bye, son."
Ha ha! That's very.
Actually, buffalo and bison are distinct species.
Are they? I thought they was the same thing.
No.
Well, that's just you.
Okay, I'm not the only person. Please call in if you also thought buffalo.
If
and bison were
Stacy's
the
right,
same
please
animal.
call in at 414.
Oh.
Oh,
I
bazinga!
thought I saw that.
I'll try to help with that. One sec. Yellow is the color of my energy. Who is this? Oh, you do know Joe Pesci's phone number? Is it alright if I put you live on the air?
So why is everyone giving out Joe Pesci?
It'd be much better if I could put you on the air.
You want to remain anonymous.
Tell the good people at home what's Joe Pesci's phone number, all right?
Wait,
It's
are you saying
Scorsese
you
right
have
now.
Joe Pesci on the line, and we're gonna be able to talk to him?
Is it collard
Come on.
green?
All right, I'll put you on the air in just a moment.
Did Bobby give my phone number out again?
Watch me, Michael.
I don't know how many of you are gonna be able to hear this, but hello, Joe Pesci, is that you?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Joe Pesci.
What do you think of our Home
Hi.
Alone extended universe idea?
Yeah, are you on board?
I'm half and half.
Like the cream.
Okay.
No, like the flavor.
Oh, okay.
Is there any edits to our screenplay idea that you'd like to change?
Yeah.
I think you guys hit the nail on the head pretty good.
All right.
Glad to hear.
So how much to sign you on?
I mean, throw some numbers at me.
14.
14 potatoes, 14,000.
1,000 potatoes.
You know what? That'd be good.
All right.
Perfect.
You are Irish, I believe, right? That's the currency?
Oh, how'd you know?
Oh, well, you asked for potatoes. So,
Just
I can-
assume.
I must be then, right? Yeah,
yeah, and it's science.
that's exactly how that works.
Cold hard science.
Cold, hard science. Well, Joe Pesci, it's been a real pleasure having you. Is there any other kind
Yes.
of message for America? America misses you. We haven't seen you since, was it Big Fish? What was that movie that Joe Pesci was in with the other guy?
That's a really
Little
good
Fish,
question.
maybe?
That was with Ewan
I doubt that
McGregor.
even
Pesci, you should
Joe
know
Pesci
your
knows the
last
answer to
film.
that.
What?
I doubt even Joe Pesci knows the answer to that.
I didn't even know my last name.
Yeah, he doesn't. No. I just realized a real big flaw in what I said. Joe Pesci can't be Irish. Pesci is just such an Italian name.
He's very Italian.
He's
got the Italian look to him too.
Yes,
Classic
you do.
Italian look.
I'm
Are
so
pistachios Italian?
Are what?
I believe they are, yeah.
Pistachios.
I think the word pistachio
They
is
are.
Italian, at least.
Pesci is half Italian, half Irish.
What?
Huh.
Perfect.
Wow. That's
That just blew my mind.
that's some. Oh, I hope not like Kurt Cobain style.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Too soon, Joe Pesci? Too soon?
Is it too soon? You were there.
A couple.
So, Joe, how's filming for your upcoming movie, The Irishman, going up?
Is that a thing that Joe Pesci's
well,
actually?
Yes,
We haven't
that's what he's
started yet.
actually doing.
Oh my goodness!
Stacey's doing a mob movie.
Oh,
Talking to
another
the mic.
Scorsese mob movie. That'll be
Another one? Do we really need another one?
no.
Well, if Joe Pesci is attached, most certainly.
Is Macaulay Culkin gonna make a cameo, or is he a lead in this movie?
I
Is
feel
Kevin
like he's
gonna
gonna
be there?
die soon.
Oh,
Well, all that meth will do that to you.
that's very true.
But there's some other stuff in the mix.
All right. What kind of stuff you got going on for you?
Oh, I'll probably be there in a couple weeks to make a face-to-face on your television show, I believe.
Yes.
We're gonna role play the screenplay to Home Alone 4,
Six.
5?
17.
17. Thank you.
There's a time jump.
Yeah.
Well, it's been excellent having you on the air, Joe Pesci.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
in.
Appreciate
I
ya.
do think, wanted to put my input in what you guys did a little while ago. You should have just stolen the caravan. I don't know why you didn't do that.
No.
Well, one of the reasons might be because there's a big green wagon. Right there.
Oh, that's okay.
All right, so I think Joe Pesci has given us some new direction for this for the rest of this campaign.
Thank
Like
you,
Glee.
Mr. Pesci.
Operation Get the Caravan.
Operation Steal All the Things.
All righty.
So Ernie lives his life.
All right.
Thank you, Joe Pesci.
Thank
for
you.
calling
All right,
for
Joe
your-
Pesci. Joe Pesci's got to get back to doing Joe Pesci stuff. All right.
All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
Joe
Get-
Pesci.
All right.
Good
Talk to you
luck
kids
catching
later.
Kevin.
Bye.
Bye. Have
Oh,
a-
thank you.
Wow, a real life Joe Pesci. What a real pleasant fellow.
Yep.
It's quite remarkable.
He's a longtime family friend, that Joe Pesci. That actually was the real Joe Pesci. You can tell
I
by
don't think there's any doubts about
No,
that.
you can tell by the way that he said he was Joe Pesci.
who would just go and say something that wasn't true.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So
So we're on the plains.
yes,
I'm chasing a buffalo.
Borgan, the Oregon-loving dragon, is out, not in Oregon, out trying to chase a buffalo.
Or is it a bison?
It's a buffalo.
Okay.
I don't remember what I said before.
You said buffalo.
Yeah.
She asked buffalo, and you said yes.
Ah.
And then she said that buffalo are extinct and there are only bison out.
Well, there's
never
buffalo.
claimed
This
that.
this one's a buffalo.
I've had a buffalo burger.
Wow.
They're good.
Like flavored or buffalo meat?
No, like buffalo meat. I was
Oh.
in Montana. So.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's legal there.
Bison burger? They are called
heard
bison
that too.
burgers. There is a distinction. A buffalo burger would be like a water buffalo
We
or
need
something.
Guy Fieri in here. To
Guy Fieri in Flavortown is next week.
Look.
So we can't blow all of our star-studded.
Look,
Stuff right
everyone's got a water buffalo. Mine is fast and yours is slow. Where did we get them? I don't know, but everyone's got a water buffalo.
Oh, that's a fun one. Very good. So, Stacy, Rowan, and old Taylor Swift, you're back at the caravan, and this dragon's gone. He's out circling the plains. What do you want to do?
Do you really want to cross a dragon on an open plain where you can see for miles?
I say we just wait and watch to see if he captures this buffalo.
He does swoop down immediately and just gobble it all up.
Well, I don't gobble it all up.
Did
I
he
kill
save
it.
any for us?
I kill it, and I bring it back to the caravan and say, "You skin it, and then I'll eat it."
Who wants to skin it?
Nose goes.
Imara skims it.
All right, so you're going to roll a survival check. So that's going to be a d20 plus wisdom. Yupperoonie.
Well, then actually it's Rowan who does it because
Alright.
he has +1 wisdom then.
Excellent.
So he gets an 8.
It's just real bad meat. It's just got spilled all over that juice sac that they use for digesting. Got all into the meat, tainted it. That lower intestine, just ungood. And you can thank Rowan for that.
Rowan,
He got rid of your buffalo for you.
Ooh, you should.
you're lucky. I both
Wow.
need you, and
Wow.
I'm relatively impressed with the whole, not crossing me thing earlier, so you're lucky, but, don't do it again. Take your stupid skin and your stupid, cold, squishy body. I'm gonna just kind of take off and circle around the caravan.
Can you get us some of that Joe Pesci not swearing?
Did I say did I swear?
No, you didn't.
Oh.
But like you're on the
Oh yeah.
Very good. And
Thank
none of it
you.
needs to be dumped because it's Joe Pesci approved.
Joe Pesci approved.
And
Can we get
say
an affirmation on that from Joe Pesci?
that. Boop 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 boop. Yep, got it.
Okay, great.
Just text us.
With a telegraph. So it's just a real bad meet. Moving swiftly onward.
Taylor Swiftly.
Taylor swiftly onward. What do you see next? Taylor Swift?
Beyond the Plains.
Yeah, what's beyond the plains?
I see a cloud of smoke that we don't know the origin of.
Ooh. So your group proceeds ahead, and you see a small town, kind of old Western style. You got some wooden buildings. There's a street down the middle, a kind of like a fort, like palisade wall around, and it's just gung ablaze. What do you do? It's the only light around for miles.
I loot the corpse of the town.
There's still people kind of running about and screaming.
Oh.
So it's
I guess I
chaos
don't
currently?
loot it yet.
Maybe investigate.
Bert, trying to be the hero, goes straight to the source of the fire or the smoke.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Bert, run and investigate.
14.
All right. You run into the fort, and inside you see several different whatchamacallem, people, I think.
People? Okay.
And they're all just running about on, like, some of them are on fire. Some of them are running away from other people. All these people are wearing big masks of a red fabric and kind of luchador style. And they're just, like, running around, chasing these other people. And there's a big fire going on. What do you make of it? It's perplexing.
Is there a clear leader of these masked people?
There's just a lot of them, and they all are wearing these weird red masks.
Red masks. What Bert tries to do is run up. In order to make an impact, he just runs up and body slams one of the red masked people to
All right.
get their attention.
Are you shield bashing or just like body slamming?
Just body slam.
You just chuck that shield away like these luchadors only respect one source of strength, and it's wrestling.
This is Bert's attempt to establish his manlyhood. So yes.
All right, roll me a grapple check. So you're gonna roll plus strength.
Okay.
It's not the best one you could have gotten.
I never said Bert was good.
Oh wow. So
Wow.
So I said it wasn't the worst one, and I was correct in a literal sense because the other guy got literally the worst one. So basically, you're running down the hill into this town, and you do trip, and like you didn't like throw your shield aside; it just kind of flung off you.
Okay.
In the kind of centrifugal force.
Okay.
And you just kind of
Somersault?
tumble. Not somersault involves
It's too
control.
graceful. Yeah, that's true.
You just tumble right into him,
Uh-huh.
and you just end up like just on him, on top of him, in a bit of a daze and a tizzy from the tumble.
I attempt to demask him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
let's
Bert
roll
does.
initiative. Let's see who's gonna get a chance at this first. You did get the worst one on that one. Just real bad dice over here.
Bert never was a good character. That's never the intention.
He's really bad
He's
at what
really
he does.
bad at this. He's just not good.
So the other person's gonna get to go first. This masked fellow.
Yeah.
And it's better than your one.
Yeah.
So
you
he's
get-
gonna reach up to your neck and now pin you, or actually he's gonna stand up and he's spinning you above his head. And the rest of you see this from across the way. What do you do?
Ernie's disappointed in his brother. He's just gonna let him die.
Wow.
Like honor.
Ernie has no interest in defending him.
All right.
Anybody else?
Imara uses his mace on the luchador.
All right. Yeah, and Mara, run down and try to hit this guy with your mace.
I got a 9, and then sorry, I'm looking at plus. I got a 9 for this.
Do you get plus anything with the mace?
I get plus 4 to hit.
Ooh. Yeah, that's good. You hit him. Where do you hit him? Like in the leg, in the chest, in the head?
I think you know where I hit him.
Right on the elbow. Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
You just come in and thunk, roll me some damage. Mace does
1d6.
so 6
It's a
sided
normal die.
Normal die.
Yeah. All right.
I get 3, so plus 2, I get 5.
All right. So with a 5, you just kerchunk his elbow with a satisfying snap, as it just gets completely dislocated, and Bert falls to the ground, no longer being spun. What do the rest of you do?
Ernie suggests you just leave Bert to his shame.
I guess I'll try to come in and like start snapping some of the masked guys up because, you know, they're blocking my path.
Rowan,
I'm just gonna watch for a while.
Just your two characters. What are the names again?
Well, Chucky is.
Into the microphone.
Chucky's just a doll, and.
Aww. Keep going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Lenny.
I get it now.
What was the other one?
My goodness, Lenny.
Sorry. So does Lenny just kind of prop up Chuck like an actual doll, and the two of them just have this nice kind of
Yeah, they just kind of like a
dinner
viewing party.
and show?
Right.
It's nice.
It's beautiful. Bonding.
Real quick, what has Lenny been doing to preserve the corpse now that it's been a couple months?
Salt.
Just a lot of salt.
Just a lot of salt.
Just a real papery substance on that skin.
And maybe some. What did the Egyptians use?
A lot of salt.
Yep, just a lot of salt.
That's why actually eating McDonald's and other foods with lots of high sodium is the best way to live forever, because it'll preserve your skin and body the longest.
It's for your health.
I'm not a doctor, but
You don't need to be. You really don't.
But you're a doctor of like people who've already died. Basically, is what you're starting to do.
Yes, that is true.
So
yeah.
through like inductive reasoning, you can
Yes.
say like, well, like
Embalming.
right.
That's the word.
Yeah. Got it.
Got it.
So is Chucky a mummy or is he just embalmed?
Well,
No, he's neither. This is just salt.
Oh, just
he
a lot of
never
salt?
had
Okay.
kids.
He's baconed.
Okay.
He's cured. He's salt cured is the technical term.
At this point, however, another masked fellow who has a big a lot of chest doesn't have a shirt on, a lot of chest hair though, but like it's shaved in the areas that's not so that it can be shaped like a big crescent moon.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just gonna try to body slam our boy Rowan.
Rowan.
He's not gonna do a great job at it,
I see him rolling.
but he's gonna do a good enough of a job. So this large masked fellow just goes, I have a big mask on, and you shouldn't use a weapon because that's dishonorable.
But Irma's the one.
Ka-chunk, he runs into you. And you are now pinned on the ground underneath this large, sweaty, shirtless man.
Amara points out that he was the one that used the mace, not Rowan.
It was just like a precautionary, like just a fair, just you know.
All right. He figures he couldn't stop Amara from doing it, so he might as well stop Rowan from doing it.
Yes. So what's the plan of action now? You're pinned by this large beast of a man.
I bite his hand.
Ooh. All right, roll me a strength.
All right. So that's a 20, right?
Thank you.
All right.
So well.
And I get plus 4. 3 plus 4.
All right, you put his fingers in your mouth trying to bite on him, and it's just kind of, it's not very good because it's just kind of like you're like sucking like, yeah, just like a teething puppy. It's highly ineffective. Borgan.
Yeah.
Swoop down and roll me to clutch some of these boys.
I will do that. Strength. Claw attack, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So going to be a 13.
All right, with a 13, you swoop down and pick up 2 of these in your fists.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's another one over on a building nearby, and he jumps from it onto your back and is... let's do a strength contest to see if he can grapple you.
I only got a 12.
All right.
Not all that strong.
So this relatively slender man jumps off the building onto you and just got you in a real good place, and you're grappled.
Okay.
He got you. What's it like, Borgan?
It's weird.
So
It doesn't really make much sense. I'm just going to kind of turn my head around and breathe some gas on him.
That's a reasonable response. Why don't you go do it?
Oh, he just has to make a dexterity saving throw. I'm sorry, constitution saving throw.
I said he was a slender man. He is pretty pale and just gangly as well. He's not going to be able to be too resistant against your might.
So he just falls off me and dies.
Let's roll the damage just because I want to hear them bones at table.
All right. Oh my God, so many dice. It's a lot of ones. So 5, 11, 15, 25, 30, 34.
34 you destroy. It just bones are the only thing left afterward.
Good.
And they kertuncle off you. Yeah, now after this, let's kind of zoom back over towards Bert and Ernie. You see this large masked fellow flopping about on top of Imara.
He was on top of
Rowan.
Rowan.
Dang
Okay.
it.
Let's see. We'll shield bash him right in the neck.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's get him.
15.
Ooh, that's a very good.
Thank you. And then damage is 2.
All right, 5 plus 4
Yes.
is 9 damage, and you just do him a real good.
So I snap his neck?
Not quite.
Not quite. Okay.
But yeah, give him a bit of a concussion over here.
Can Rowan escape?
Roll a d20 plus your strength.
He cannot.
He
cannot.
He like the whole kind of domination that occurred with the fingers in the mouth just really kind of sapped Rowan's will to live and like just like be a person who's proud of like being yourself. This person is gonna continue to pin you down, saying nasty, rude, crude things such as, "Ha! You looked so big and you had those weapons, and now that I've told you you can't use those weapons, you're nothing but a little weakling." And his rude comments are cut off by an even louder and ruder voice coming from deeper within the town, and it's Jack Black wearing his own luchador costume, and he says,
Is this Nacho Libre 2 or in the middle?
It's the prequel.
The prequel, good to know.
Like little known story. This is actually a true story of how Jack Black came to our reality. And he says from across the way, "You." That's not his voice at all. He's got a lot more of a.
That sounded like Shrek almost.
Oh, oh. That's a
Hello.
No, that's
Shrek. I was gonna say the other character that sounds exactly like Shrek, also Scottish, also portrayed by Mike Myers, but that's not appropriate for radio.
The only way that I can imagine like doing Jack Black involves me screaming because I can't.
I don't know.
I can only picture Jack Black's.
Guys, I have a really good Jack Black voice.
All right.
If I could
Yeah.
just give it a go.
One of my favorite musicians of all time was Elliott Smith. Yeah. Just wrote the most heartbreaking, beautiful songs. The melody is genius.
And that's why I
Yeah,
need to
so-
wrestle every single one of you. I'm Jack Black, and this beautiful music makes me need to wrestle. And that's how he sounds.
Okay.
So this is how we're gonna finish off our show.
So
So wait, are we in like a dramatic? Like, are we? In
This is the
film
final boss
production?
battle. Jack Black, you schmucks. What's the plan? How are you gonna? You've got one man down, literally underneath a Jack Black acolyte.
Can I eat Jack Black?
You can try. You can try. You'll have horrible indigestion.
I'm gonna try to eat Jack Black.
All right.
Black Jack. By which I mean I'm going to claw bite him.
Alrighty.
So claw.
Can we get some Foley work?
That's gonna be a 20. Ka-ching.
Shing.
Does that hit? I'm assuming it's
Yeah.
hits. So what is that? 2d6 plus 4.
Uh-huh.
Alright, it's gonna be 8 damage. Claw.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna hit. It's gonna be 10, 14 damage.
Ooh.
So that's gonna be
Well done.
what? 8 plus 14. 22 damage. And then my bite. That's gonna be a 19. Does that hit?
A 19 does hit.
Okay, cool. That's gonna be 2d10 plus 2d6.
All right.
All right, it's let's see, 7, 9, so 16, 17, 18, 19 damage, 23 damage.
That does a lot of damage to Jack Black. His left arm is bitten clean off. It's a very bad scenario for Jack Black here. However, what's this? Above the crackling of the fire and the lowering screams of the populace of this town, what is that arising from all around? You hear music. It's rock, and it's rock played by a bunch of children. And you see these 8th graders step out of the buildings, all of them holding different drums and pianos and other musical devices.
Are there any organs?
One of them is rolling out on an organ.
And
Yeah,
if you want to be a teacher's pet,
And can I can I hit off of this School of Rock prequel as well? What is play me the hit School of Rock song, guys and gals?
And if you wanna be a teacher's pet, baby, you just never forget. Rock got no reason, rock got no rhyme. You better make it to school on time.
And everyone cried because it was so beautiful. And the inspiration that it gave Jack Black was enough to revivify him to a point where one of these children hand him a guitar, and one-handedly he's going to try to just slam down on it real hard, just kind of changing movie motifs seamlessly. And just a big bolt of condensed, powerful music is going to shoot right off and hit Borgan for a lot of damage.
Plus 12 to hit?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Jack Black. He had a lot of bardic inspirations.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's going to be 14, 23, 28 damage to Borgan.
Ouch, I'm almost at 100 hit points.
Love is all you need, except you do also need hit points.
Yeah, important.
So Jack Black grandstands with his band here, and it's all right. It's all right. It's not great. Like, they didn't win the Battle of the Bands. They weren't actually amazing. Like, they're kids. They're a bunch of children playing adult instruments. What do you expect? What do you do now?
I recently saw them at a reunion concert where they had all the original cast, and then they played the.
Did they expose their weaknesses?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, if we need to call upon the lore of School of Rock, what are the weaknesses of the Rock School?
Okay, well, we know that
Authorita.
Yeah, the man. The man's keeping them down.
Stepping off. It's hard for them to stay on something. They're always all about stepping off.
Yeah. I have not seen this movie. Clearly.
You haven't seen School of Rock? Ellie.
I can tell you all about White House Down, but School of Rock, no.
Oh my. Well, I guess like if you're gonna see, at least you've seen some Jack Black films.
That's true. Kung Fu Panda is a classic.
The Holiday.
Oh, he was in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the one?
Jude Law's in that one. Yeah, I remember that.
I haven't seen that one.
Doesn't he get Cameron Diaz or something implausible like that?
I thought it was Kate Winslet.
No, that was Shrek.
Oh.
Shrek was Mike Myers.
And Cameron Diaz.
She was in that. That is correct.
He got Kate Winslet, which is even more unbelievable.
Yeah, Jude Law got.
That's more logically.
What was the woman he Jack Black was in an episode of The Office?
Yes.
He was in Community.
What?
Yeah.
He was in Community too.
One episode of Community.
Yes, that was a.
Who was he in The Office?
I don't think he was in The Office.
It was really contrived.
Okay.
He was a character in a show that Andy Dwyer was watching.
Oh yeah, he was in
a movie.
It was a movie.
Yeah, he was hooking up with
Betty
grandma. I don't think it was Betty White, but it could have been.
It was a very old
the
woman
who's in Raising Hope, and it was the episode where Pam's parents were having marital problems.
Yeah.
Was this before? Wait, he was in The Office?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this before or after Michael dated Pam's mom?
Probably before.
This was before. Yeah, it was. I distinctly remember one scene in the film within the show was he was, it was like I think it was like the third act breakup between him and the elderly woman, and then she has her like automatic chair to go up the stairs, and he's like, "No, turn that thing back, and then it malfunctions, so it comes back, and then she's like, "Sorry, that kind of thing broke."
So what we've learned from Rowan has this vision of Jack Black and his weakness, his sensibility to old women, old frail women, and luck would have it that there is an old grandmother tumbling across the way. What's the plan here?
Is she falling from grace? Is she joining the battle, or what's going on?
She's fallen and she can't get up.
Oh,
right. She took a kertumble.
She took a kertumble.
Imara tries to convince her that he's her long forgotten grandson.
Roll deception.
Oh. Is she an old lady with a trust fund?
Well,
any valuables?
She's got trust issues.
Oh, never mind. She's not gonna like Ernie.
7.
She's like, no, I never had kids. She's a grandme, but not a grandmother. Borgan, you also had the vision telling you of Jack Black's one critical weakness, and that it is his love for old women.
Actually, chromatic drags polymorph into an old woman.
Oh, this took a turn I didn't expect. So yeah, you do that.
Oh, okay. I guess that just happens then.
Is that not how it normally goes?
No, usually only I think silver and gold dragons can. I don't know if the other chromatic or the other.
You polymorph into an old woman.
Okay. I do that. I'm like, "Hi, Jack. Oh, Jackie, come here."
Oh no.
Can you break me off a piece of that right into the microphone, please?
Yeah. I said, "Oh, Jackie, come here."
Some of that gold scene flavor.
Oh man.
Roll me a persuasion.
Gonna be deception.
Well, it's not deception if you're just saying come over here.
Well, I'm deceiving him into thinking I want him to come over here.
But you really want him to stay exactly where he is.
No, don't worry about it. It's deception. It's gonna be a 22.
It's a very good roll, and Jack drops his guitar down to the ground, and says, "Gam gam." But he screams it because that's the only way Jack Black can ever communicate.
Yeah. And then I'm just like, come here. Come on over here, Jackie.
He leaves the protection of his 16 8th grade children.
Oh.
All right. And then I polymorph back into a dragon and bite him.
You just swallow him up completely whole. That's someone's thing. And he just goes all the way down. Cool. And scene.
Steal the organ.
Yes.
One scene.
Thank you for playing Matchsticks tonight with us. This has been your host, DJ Marsh.
Stacy.
What did I say? Chad?
Chad.
The old
Chad.
Taylor Swift.
Steven.
And I'd like to thank Joe Pesci mostly and first of all.
Here's to Joe Pesci.
A toast to Joe Pesci.
May he live
Good
forever.
job.
May you never ever die and experience the heat death of the universe so that at least one of us does.
And write it down too. That's important.
Yes. You have been a boon to this country. You're a national treasure, and don't let Nicolas Cage ever tell you otherwise. And you're one of my favorite people.
Wow.
He's a real close family friend. Does anyone else have any other comments, shout-outs, plans that they'd like to get out there before we let Steven do his television, not vision show?
I'd like to say an R.I.P. to actor Henry Dean Stanton, who literally just died.
Yeah, he did. I saw that.
Oh,
and
damn.
R.I.P. to Chucky.
Oh.
Well, like, that's how, like, if we're going to expect Joe Pesci to live forever, like, he's got to get his life force somewhere.
Oh, update. The old Taylor Swift can't come to the phone right now.
Why?
Because she's dead.
Then who's been here the whole time? It's been a spooky joust the entire time.
It's Kanye's magic.
Kanye magic.
Kanye 2020, never forget.
Except forget when he just doesn't run.
It'll happen. Eventually.
All right. I believe Stacy had a bit of musica for us.
I do. This is a song that's called Tokyo by the band Jocks, an up-and-coming band.
What are they coming up to?
Superstar.
Your mom.
Fame. Oh.
That's incredibly lewd, rude, and crude, and I won't have any more of it on the show, Stacy.
It's your one and only.
All
Wait,
right.
here, let me get the audio version.